Hey there, Munchie Mafia. Happy Hump Day. So what is today? Today is Fishwife. We are going to be doing a deep dive into some tinned fish that is made by Fishwife. They have all these colorful packaging, and they sell this on a website, but also they have find a local store to you in order to get them in the stores. And they come in a 3-pack for each one that you purchase. This one is going to be the smoked salmon with Sichuan chili crisp. We're actually using this for the Cajun clam or Cajun seafood chowder. That's what we're making. We're making Cajun seafood chowder, and we also have Cantabrian anchovies. And we're going to be doing a few things with that. Oh my God, why the hell does it do that? So, beautiful packaging. And you can buy like a bundle pack off their website. Great for high school grads or going off to college. Send them a care package because these don't go bad and they're easy for them to deal with. And as everybody knows, I'm not all that fond of canned fish. Will this change my mind? We have albacore tuna in olive oil right here. And we're going to be making tuna noodle casserole. So stay tuned and let's get to it.
There is a cozy little kitchen in a historic old farmhouse, deep in the shadows of Mount Rainier of the rainy Pacific Northwest. This is where the Munchie Mafia meets on YouTube for an amazing hour or two of streaming magic, mystery and mischief, where a kitchen witch reads a little bit of magic over a cast iron pot upon her stove. She whispers a spell into the universe as the pot bubbles over, spilling her brew. Yeah. Oh my, oh my, oh my, Chef CV. Whoa. Watching chat along with CV and friends tonight. It doesn't matter if there's thousands of miles between any of us. YouTube brings us closer together, one laughy laugh at a time. Yeah. Essie whisk of mystery, Sherry Sarah, mischief, bakey bake-up, whimsy and some laughy laughs. The townspeople think CV is a little strange, a quirky weirdo, and maybe a bit crazy, but she pays no mind to the subdued whispers that she's passes by with her ginger familiar, following close behind. Oh my, oh
Okay, so according to the box, greetings from Galicia, Spain. Our albacore tuna is a pole and line caught and 100% traceable. It's packed in pure Spanish olive oil and a touch of salt by a cannery located in northwest Spain, the heartland of the conservist tradition. And it only has 3 ingredients: fish, olive oil, and salt. So that's what kind of piqued my interest, because sometimes canned fish has some weird off-putting taste to it. So we're going to give this a whirl. And Fishwife is located in California, ethically sourced, traceable, beautiful packaging. So Tuna Noodle Casserole. This is a struggle meal that a lot of people that may or may not remember from back in the 70s and 80s. Tuna Helper was the big thing, but we're making it from scratch because we're going to make it, you know, modern and all that other happy hogwash. And so I really wanted to use this in a really bad way. One of the nice things I like about these cans is that they're good serving size, so you're getting a lot of protein, not a lot of other nonsense, but you don't have to use a can opener. I hate can openers. So 190 calories, 1 can drained is 1 serving size. So these are 1 serving size right here. But when you're making a casserole, you need a whole box, so all 3. And you just bulk it out with a whole bunch of other goodies like vegetables and so on and so on. 17 grams of protein and only 2 grams of saturated fat. So check out Fishwife. And so we're going to use all 3 of these cans. We also have some frozen peas and carrots because groceries are expensive, and the frozen vegetables were on sale. And you know, some people might poo-poo me for not using fresh. Let's be real here. It's like groceries are expensive, and not everybody can afford organic, and not everybody can afford to go out and buy, you know, a 1-pound bag of fresh carrots for, you know, $3.49. But they can definitely spend this and get 2 vegetables for the price of 1, and it's only $2 for 1 bag, right? So we got peas and carrots. We also have a red bell pepper, half of an onion, some celery. We're saving the celery leaves because that's where all the flavor from the celery comes from. Now, since the red bell pepper is the softer one of them all, we're going to just hold off on that for just an uno momento. Let's take these over to the stove. And I already have my little saucepan right here. Forgot to turn it on like a dip squawker. So thyme leaves, we want dried thyme leaves. Still on the fence about the Jim Baldridges in this because it does have certain distinct flavors that I don't want it to take away from the flavor of the tuna. But we do have Old Bay. Old Bay is like a staple for seafood. So we're going to set those right there. We're going to bring these over there as well. I'm going to wait on those for a bit. Got water on the stove to boil. Got my little pot right here. And then we're going to put a little bit of olive oil, but let's make sure it's not my balsamic vinegar because I forgot my glasses on the porch and I've come too far. Okay. So who all is in chat today? We've got Teresa Castro, YouTube Police, Meritage, Foraging and Urban Farming, who went live earlier. Go check them out. Arlene is also here. Grace NYC. Let's see here. Crazy Irish. Scratch and Pete PA. Brian having fun in nature, which means Tiffany's around here somewhere in this list. Katie's Kitchen. Penny Ortiz. M. Buglet. Simon. YouTube Police. I already said that. Good God. All right. Maybe I should have gotten my glasses. Damoose and Scratch and Pete. I need my glasses, Tim. Thank you. Sorry, Greg Johnson. And um, Devil Dogs Keeper Jamie. Whistle Stop Homestead. And there's Tiffany. Have fun in nature. Shade Tree Cook is also here. Ace Howdy. Uh, um, and I think that's just about it. Thank you. Oh, and Tim Mitchell's also here, of course. So welcome. And I see some new names in here. Thank you for coming. And I can see now. All right. Let's continue on with this list. Sarah Prestwood is also here. Okay, so I've reached the top because I always start from the bottom. Oh, there's Brandon of Palm Beach. Okay. Okay. So set that up right there. And our pan, the oil is nice and warm. And we're going to start with the hardest vegetable first, which is going to be the celery. So celery in first. That's about 2 stalks of celery. We want to get those so that they're nice and translucent. We're not putting garlic in this because it's supposed to have a dainty flavor, not so punchy. So we're not putting garlic in this one. You can if you want because it's going to be yours after all. And we're going to add our onion as well. And get rid of my little container right there. And we're just going to give it a stirry stir and mixy mix. Oh, there's Darren of Dream Disturber. Hello. Aloha. Hater Maker's here. Hello, Mary. Haven't seen you in a while, my darling. How have you been? Feels like it's been ages. Yeah, and Mary has been a long time subscriber and has resurfaced recently. So glad to see you. K and Mac Project is here. Thank you for coming. All right. This is going to get stirred. And this is going to be a one-pot wonder of sorts. Now we're going to get everything all mixed together in this pot, and then we're going to transfer it to a baking dish. But the beauty of it is that you don't always have to do that. You can always just serve it straight out of the pot as well. It's up to you. But I've turned on the oven just in case you guys want to see it baked and want to hang out and chit chat for a little bit. And this is one of my what? Why are you looking at me in that tone of voice? Because I keep turning around. Where's my butter? Oh, there it is. All right, so we're gonna also need 1 stick of butter as well. We're not gonna need it just this second. Just want to make sure that everything's all lined up. So once when we get this all nice and softened, so that we don't have, big chunks of raw little green things of spite that really doesn't add a lot of flavor to it to a dish because what really adds the flavor is the leaves. But you can't just buy celery leaves at the grocery store, much to my dismay. However, what you can do is you can regrow your celery, the butt of your celery. You just trim off the bottom a little bit, stick it in some water, and the leaves will come up and grow, and then you got never-ending growth of celery leaves. Bushcraft! Hello, RC. And please, get to know one another. Chit-chat amongst yourselves while I try to get this dumpster fire started. For those that are just coming in, we are trying out the Fishwife albacore tuna. And it's in olive oil. Beautiful packaging. I got it as a sample to give it a try, to do a review. And that's what we're doing today. We're reviewing Fishwife. And I'm really looking forward to this because I've always wanted to find another anchovy in a can because the ones that I used to get, can't find them anymore. And those ones were white anchovies and they were coming out of Astoria. But the store isn't selling them anymore. So anyhow, so I got some browning happening here. So the magic is already starting to happen. Now we're going to add the butter in here. And we're going to go with the softer vegetable, and that softer vegetable is going to be the red bell pepper. This is mainly just to add a little bit of color. It does lend itself a little bit of sweetness to the dish, which is always a nice welcoming thing. We're going to get this butter all nice and melted, and get them to mingle, and do a little jig, and so on and so forth. So stirry stir. And stirry stir, because we're going to add our flour to this to make a roux. That's 4 ounces of butter. So now we're going to get about 4 ounces of flour. And it's always better to need to add because you can't subtract. So just start with a little bit at a time. Stirry stir and stirry stir. And keep stirry stirring. Tear off the top of that bag. It's driving me nuts. I don't want to have to stick my hand in there and get it all full of flour. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start there. See where we're at. Looking quite good. My butter isn't completely melted. My water is doing its thing on the back burner. And what we're going to be using is wide egg noodles, but any other kind of noodle that you want can actually be used. I see somebody saying hi to Double Dog, but I don't see Double Dog. All right, we want to always make sure that we have the rawness of the flour cooked out. And the way you tell is it'll start to relax. It'll get bubbly, and then it'll relax and say, okay, I've given up. I'm gonna behave myself, and I'm just gonna do my thing. Once when you start to feel it kind of sticking a little bit on the bottom of the pot when you go to scrape it, that's about the time that you could say, okay, this is done doing its thing. So now we're gonna add our canned tuna, oil and all. They have other flavors of tuna. I want to give this a taste. I can already tell that the texture is way different. Oh, hell yeah, that's way different. Holy hell. Alright, this is not a paid sponsorship, so I can say whatever I want, right? This tastes so much different than the bumblebee and chicken of the sea. And I can tell that the texture is also quite different. And it doesn't taste like tin can. It's not overly salty. It's not overly processed. Oh my god, I could just eat this right out of the can. It's not something that I would normally do otherwise. Oh my gosh. I kind of wish I would have just, saved this for myself and just did just a plain review. But I did give it a taste. All right, so there we have that. I'm gonna let that stir around a little bit. Maybe just add a pinch more of this. Just a little pinch. Because we did add some fat to it, but that's okay. Now we're going to add copious amounts of Old Bay. That's going to be like a teaspoon and a half. We're also going to deglaze, not with cognac. We're going to go with sherry, because sherry's good. I like sherry. Okay, so now we've given a splashy splash of that. And because thyme leaves are really dry and a little hard, we're going to just give it a little sprinkle of that. Okay, that's like 3 pinches worth. I don't even think it would be half of a teaspoon at this point. Okay, stir that around. Okay, now whenever we're making a roux or a gravy or a sauce, you always want to start with just a smidge of your milk product and just start folding it in a little at a time, because you don't want to shock it, or else that's how you end up with lumps. So stop for a moment, give it a stir, maybe reduce the temperature a little bit. Okay, just like so. We're going to add some more stir, because lumpy is not fun. You want it to be silky and sexy and have that luscious coating on your tongue, not these lumpy things. You remember lumpy gravy at Thanksgiving at your Aunt Millie's house, if you had an Aunt Millie, or whatever your aunt's name is. Everybody had that aunt that just couldn't make gravy to save her life. And she was always the one that was put in charge. I think it was because nobody liked her, and they figured, that's a good way to get some laughs later, is to, ridicule the aunt that can't make gravy. Or cook, for that matter. So, there's that. Now, I'm going to turn that up just a smidge more for a moment. And then we're going to dump our frozen vegetables in there that's been thawing out on my counter for a wee bit. Just like so. Foldy fold. Let that all come to temperature, okay? We're probably going to need a little smidge of salt. You can always add, you can't subtract, unless you add more of something else. Hello, Kit Kat. Welcome. We're trying out this Fishwife, and I can already tell you that the texture on that tuna is just amazing. Okay. Stir. Our water is at a rapid boil right now. Now I've contemplated, do I make a full batch, or should I make a half batch? I think I'm going to just stick with a half batch. So, egg noodles. There's only just 2. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do the whole damn thing, because I could already tell you right now. That's enough to make, 2 big batches or 2, a whole bag. That's what I mean. Yeah, that's a ticket. All right. Stir your pasta. And just, periodically go and stir it, so they don't all stick together and clump together and turn into this ball of guck, where some of them are cooked and some of them are not quite cooked and stuck together. So, there we have that. There is a discount code, 20% off. Give it a whirl. Makes great gifts for birthdays, graduations, anniversaries, retirement, housewarming. Tuna noodle coma. Yeah, you know what? I used to love tuna noodle casserole when I was a kid. It was one of those things that I just absolutely adored. Give it a taste. Could use just a smidge more salt. But the sweetness from the peas and the carrots is going to really help to bring out the flavor of the tuna. But one of the things I do like about that, did you see the nice bright pinkness there was to that tuna, as opposed to some of the others that look like they've just been cooked to death in the can? They don't have that gray color to it. That's pretty amazing. It bit into a pretty decent little chunk and it wasn't dry at all. All right. We're just going to keep on stirring. I think some ladies have just been intimidated by my position as a police officer, says YouTube. Oh, pray tell, Gary. Why is that? Are you going up to random women and saying, I'll show you my firearm if you show me yours? Or something like that. Yes, homemade tuna casserole, definitely. I grew up on Tuna Noodle Helper because as a kid, it was just easy for me to cook myself. You're under arrest for being too beautiful in public, says Brandon. I could see him saying that, you know. He is the trophy husband after all, right? Rubber hose. Do you think this nightstick is too small? we could do this all night long. Kind of like the walk jokes. Okay. There we go. Don't get you started. Oh my goodness gracious. Hi Panchuco, welcome. And Grace, New York City, what are you cooking tonight? What's for dinner at your house? Maybe I'll just stop what I'm doing and we'll just come on over there. Or at least send Emily over to your house and she could tell us all about it later. So the texture of this is just absolutely gorgeous. It's just nice and creamy, not overly thick. There's no clumps in it. We're just kind of breaking up all that tuna. So we don't get huge chunks, but we still want it kind of chunky. Would you care for an optional body cavity search? Yeah, exactly. Salad in a 3 or 4 cheese calzone and frozen onion rings. Hey, that sounds pretty good. I haven't had calzones in a while. Ooh, raw Eddie. Whoops. Eddie Hall's in the house. All right. Check our pasta and see where we're at. You can already tell by the color, and that's going to be hot as hell, isn't it? Yes, you are hot as hell. Oh my gosh. Ha, hot. A little too al dente. We're going to give it another minute and a half. Yeah, 2 minutes. Found a gummy spot. Running the chicken coop. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. We got a little bit of red in there and so on and so forth. So Now, come back over here for a second. Let me pop this back. Oh my God, why? Why won't you pop back? Okay, there we go. Alrighty, Roo. There we have it. So I'm just going to get these things out of my way for the moment. Uno momento. Let's talk about herbs, okay? So, baby dill. You need baby dill. Like, enough to, you know, make it say hello. There's dill. But we don't want all of it. We just want just those beautiful, tender little sprigs, okay? So just grab it very gently and just pull. It's called plucking herbs. Or as French say, plouche. They're plouching their herbs. And come on, say it along with me. Plouche. Plouche. Hello, Dana. Welcome. Alrighty. Alright, so now we got all of our dill. We're going to give it a rough chop, okay? Don't want it too chopped. But just curl your fingertips under so that the knife rests against the back of your fingers. This way it keeps your fingers from getting chopped by your knife, and that way you can get really super close without all that worry. Okay, now take this and just put it right on in there. Okay, bring the cutting board back because we need to turn this off and pull our noodles up. Those are beautiful. Let them drain. All right. So it's like half of a half ounce container. And then of course tarragon. Now if you don't like the taste of a licoricey flavor in your dishes, don't use a tarragon. If you like the licoricey kind of flavor, this is very, very mild compared to like fennel. Although fennel tops also works well. These are good herbs to have in a little container. They're very low maintenance, and they can be used in just about anything. But tarragon really loves seafood and also chicken. That's probably enough because we don't want too much. I think what we're going to do is we're going to work on a couple salad dressings. You guys want to learn how to do your own salad dressings from complete scratch? Because those anchovies, we can make a Caesar salad dressing, and we can also make a green goddess dressing. And I'll show you my green goddess. Spin on a green goddess. It's a little bit more modern to fit in modern times. But it's good to know how to make salad dressings from scratch, because when you look at the side of a bottle or jar of salad dressing, you see a lot of ingredients in there that you almost feel like you need a PhD in science in order to be able to read some of those names, right? Dill bread's good. All right. So now we're going to just put this in there. We got some bubbling happening, so we want to give this a stir. I feel some dragging of the spoon. So now this is all ready to rock and roll. Look at all that color in it. It's very colorful. We always add the ingredients or the herbs last, but we also have the celery leaves as well, because this is where all the celery flavor is going to actually come from. not really the actual celery itself. So a lot of people they kind of stay away from celery because they don't like those little strings getting caught in their teeth. They don't like to have nature's own dental floss while they're eating, right? You know, and the way around that is to just get some celery leaves or celery seed or celery salt. Old Bay has celery seed in it, so that's always a bonus. But like I said, you can always regrow your celery from the grocery store by just, you know, cutting off the butt end of that, the butt of the celery, so that it has so it's fresh, a fresh cut, and then just stick it in water, and it will eventually grow. All right, now we're gonna go back over here to the stove, and we're going to get our noodles ready for this beautiful sauce. Okay, so here's our noodles. Now you don't want to just plop it in there, or else you might end up wearing it all. So just plop it in there, and if you end up with extra sauce, it's not a big deal. Just add some more noodles later, you know. All right, so there we have it. This is chicken noodle casserole. And it smells delightful. Now we can put it in the oven and let it get even happier, because, you know, casseroles are generally baked. And the way I do it is 350, 375 degree oven. I like mine a little bit on the extra saucy side, to be honest, just like so. And the way that I deck mine out is I use what's known as French fried onions. What? Quick hello! I just watched a video including Fishwife. Fishwife is rated as one of the top 10 sardines, or top 7 sardines. Yes, and that would explain why they're completely sold out of all the sardines. I even went down to one of the stores that says, or that's on their list, to go and pick up, I think, sardines, because I wanted to do this really gorgeous with the final third can. I wanted to do a really cool Tuscan bread, and they didn't have any either. So I can't wait to get to this one and this one as well. I don't want to open it up right now because that'd be too early. I love anchovies. I'm not a fan of sardines, only simply because I don't like canned fish. This is changing my mind though. All right, French fried onions. And then we're going to just ploppity plop them on there. Now be careful, sometimes they put those stupid little silica gel packets in these things. So make sure you're not baking it with a silica gel packet, okay? I just want to make sure that there isn't one. Okay, so far so good. So, you know, protect it with all your might in an entire thing of French fried onions, okay? Now, always taste whatever you're adding to your dish, just to make sure that you're not going to end up with an overly salty dish. Now, this doesn't have a lot of salt to it, the French fried onion. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go over the top and just sprinkle just a little smidgen of that Old Bay, right? And we're going to pop it in the oven for a few minutes. And when I say a few minutes, we're talking maybe 8 minutes tops, okay? But you don't want to put it in for too long or too high, because those French fried onions, when they burn and they smell horrible, and it'll make your whole house smell bad, and it'll make your food taste bad. Nobody likes bad tasting food. So I'm making it just like your mom. That's so cool. Is your mom still with us? let's see here. I like to crunch up some my homemade plain potato chips. Similar, yeah, Penny. Potato chips also works great on that. But also, those shoestring picnic potatoes that you get out of a little can, kind of like that one that I just finished off. Those picnic ones, I think they were called Pick Quicks or something or other. Those were often used as a topping, and those actually work really well. So, yes, always taste your food. But yeah, I'm gonna try to find a can of the sardines because I kind of need it to go with this and the focaccia that I plan to make. But yeah, these boxes are so pretty. I hate to throw them away. Look at that. Aren't they pretty? They also have a cookbook on their website as well. This is what the Szechuan chili crisp fly by Jing smoked salmon looks like. It's a pretty box. I really love these boxes. I mean, it almost looks like tattoo art of sorts. It's just it. I look at these boxes and they just make me smile. So Civi does look tonight. Look what? Oh, oh, thank you, Mary. I'm feeling pretty okay. Feeling pretty okay. So, anybody interested in a 20-pound 90-day challenge to lose 20 pounds in 90 days with me? I think Butler Family Farm is gonna join along. If not, I'm gonna volunteer. No, it doesn't count. It's starting on Sunday. We have you, Simon. Okay, cool. So it's 90 days, and what it is it's we're gonna do a 90-day daily check-in. Just to check in and see how we're doing. Seeing, just take a snapshot or do a short of your meals. And I think on Monday after my after the cook along, maybe we'll talk about some fitness, nutrition, and some of the things that you can do to help that along. But thank you, Emily. Feeling kind of. I think it's nice that the weather's changing. I'll just leave it at that. Yes, you take pictures of your meals, and what you're striving to do is eat more protein and vegetables and less starches and cut back on the sugar. I'm not saying eliminate sugar and eliminate carbs. I'm just saying cut back on it a little bit and add more variety of vegetables and fruit and protein, lean proteins to your diet, and drink a lot of water and stay away from the beer. Yes, Lance, you're right. If I remember correct, Fishwife is the only company that puts back protections or protects the environment. Yes, they are sustainable and environmentally conscious of what comes out of the waters, and pulling line caught tuna. All these different fishes come from different areas of the world, and they come from micro canneries that they have personally inspected and they work with in order to be able to sell their product under this label. And on the side of the box it says from an MSC, M as in Mary, SC certified sustainable fishery, www.msc fishwife.c.org. That will give you an idea as to, what it is that they do to bring quality product to your table without obliterating other species of animals that don't need to be in the nets, and so on and so on. So, hello, Lucy Grace. But I really love the boxes. They're just so playful looking. But they do have a map, a store finder on their website. So if you want to just give them a try and you want to just go buy one can of something, just type in your zip code and it should pop up, what stores near you carry their product. But do phone ahead, because one of the stores that I was actually at today in the hopes of getting a can of sardines was on their list, but there was none of their products to be seen, which was really kind of sad. So now I have to go to Target down the road, because Target supposedly has it. Sustain, yes. Hey Viper, long time no see. How you been? How's work? We were about ready to put your face on a milk carton, man. Viper is one of our oldest subscribers. He was one of the top 10 first ones. Oh my goodness, what the hell? You okay, bud? Horking up. How the hell could you be horking up a hairball when you don't have any hair? Sorry, my cat is horking up a hairball that I don't understand where the hairball's coming from. He got shaved. And I know he's not licking Leroy because he doesn't like him. So. Anyone that wants to lose weight I suggest you pack up your whole house and move 3 states over. My pants are falling down now. 3 states over. 3 states over would be Montana. No. What's next to Montana? That would be North Dakota or Wyoming. Which one's next? Which one's next nearest, Timmy? After Montana.
North Dakota and South Dakota. Idaho, Montana, then North and South Dakota, and then Minnesota.
Oh,
Wisconsin.
Where's Wyoming in that?
South of the Dakotas.
How the hell?
South of Montana too.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense, because I remember going to Michigan and ending up going through Wyoming. That was a very boring drive through Wyoming. I thought that Eastern Washington was a boring drive. No. Nope. Hello, Simply Jan Homestead. So we're getting ready to pull out our casserole. We're going to check on it first and see how we're doing. First, I'm going to move this out of the way. Grab the mittens in case I need them. Oh yeah, those things are turning golden brown delicious, I believe. They look golden brown delicious. All right, let's hope I can get it out of the oven. Left hand, Civvy. Okay. Oh yeah, now we got golden brown deliciousness. Right there. Okay, so and what would you serve with this? Probably like a little side salad of some sort, like a little garden salad, or and if there's some vegetables that you just don't like, it's okay. You can always put vegetables in it that you do like. But from personal experience, I don't personally like to have broccoli in mine. It's just, the smell just kind of ruins the whole aroma, in my opinion. So, but if you like broccoli in yours, you could definitely do that. There we go. Spoon. Alrighty. Reuse, recycle, right? Okay. And there we have it. Look at that. It's just coming right on out. Nice and steaming hot. Right onto our plate. This will be like 3 days worth of meals for us. Maybe 4. Put a little bit more of the stuff on top. There we go. Ha! Check that out. Alright, let's bring it on over to this camera right over here. It's very steaming hot. So there we have it. Tuna noodle casserole with some French fried onions and featuring the Fishwife albacore tuna in olive oil. They also have it in water too, but I got olive oil because I was a skeptic. Now I'm like sold on this stuff. I'm really sold on it. So far, still got 2 more cans of stuff to go through. Oh, let's give it a tasty taste. Of course, I don't have a fork with me, and I'm sorry my Crocs are squeaking. Why do Crocs do that? You just squeak. Everywhere I walk, even at work when I was working, it's like they would always squeak. All right. Poor Rufus. Look at him. He poor little guy over there. He got lion cut. Now, Viper, I love my Crocs. I love my Crocs. Don't be dissing on the Crocs. They're great shoes to wear around the house. And now, let me tell you something. I can already taste the difference because this is something that I used to make quite frequently. This onion is calling my name. It's saying, eat me. I'm going to look like a potato chip. I used to make this frequently. But then kind of lost the taste for it for a while. And this is probably about a year since I last cooked this. I'm going to already tell you right now the difference in the taste between this and the other store brands and such, and even the Costco ones, which I thought were actually pretty decent. The ones that they sell for restaurant use, oh my god, those things are like trash. But anyway, it doesn't taste overly fishy, but you can taste, you still have the taste of there's tuna in this without it tasting like canned tuna. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. All right, Munchie Mafia. So, if you're looking for a gluten-free alternative, you definitely use the gluten-free noodles that are protein packed. There's several others on the market. You might not be able to find the egg noodles, but you can definitely get like penne or fettuccine and just break it up in a little, and just break them up. Or some other type of noodle that you like. I don't like bow tie because I don't like that center piece where the 2 flares meet, It's like a little knot, and it's like it never cooks all the way through, right? So you can use whatever gluten-free pasta that you would want to use, but when you're making your sauce, you want to use whatever manner of thickener that you use, whether it's arrowroot, potato starch, corn starch. Make your slurry and then set it and forget it. And wow. Awesome. Thank you, Damoose. Thank you very much. Much love to you. Yay. So, French toasted wedge of bread, yes, which I do have. I've got a beautiful thing of sourdough. I've got a beautiful sourdough, country white sourdough loaf, La Brea Bakery, which is, you know, it's a gorgeous loaf of bread. Just haven't had the want to bake bread. Starting to warm up a little bit, so we're probably going to serve it with that. So anyway, oh, Simon joined as well. Oh.
Did their 1 month thing.
Oh. Okay. Thank you, guys. Kind of confused right now. I don't know what's going on. That's what it does? Okay. All right. So, anyway, Munchie Mafia, it is that time, and I really hate to say goodbye. So, just going to say a fond good night and maybe a sad little toodaloo. So, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm sure enjoying what I'm going to be having for dinner tonight, that's for sure. Don't forget to cook with love and eat with passion. Thank you for coming. You all have a wonderful night. We'll see you on Sunday. We're doing sugar-free cinnamon rolls with Double Dog and Butler Family Farm. Early. 2 o'clock Pacific time. So that's 4 o'clock Central.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's Sunday, okay? All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming. Good night.
Well, Munchie Mafia. It is that time we really hate saying goodbye. So let's just say a fond good night or a sad little toodaloo.
Perhaps even until next time. Or how about a tap for now? We will be here on Off Topic Squirrel because Boochie needs love too.
This has been really fun with all our friends. No matter if you are old or new.
So before you let that door slam behind you, fondle that like button lovingly and go back to your life as it were before you hit that play button on
YouTube.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Chef Stevie, what's cooking?
If you haven't yet subscribed to Munchie Mafia Official, now is that time. Now is that time. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Tonight we shout out. Tonight we shout out to all intended.
She is an beloved supporter
Of so many channels.
She's the link dropping queen.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Thank you, Arlene.
Being here and for all that you do. We have but love family fun.
2005, they became our first member.
And yes, I can barbecue. Wow, was our first super chat. Wow, then we have tuber chat. Wow, the gifted line of kitchen crew. Memberships to our subscribers. Oh,
Thank you to our members.
Tim Mitchell, 8784.
Simply Jen Homestead, B Digits, Devil Dogs, Keeper Jamie,
Katie's Kitchen, Texas.
Taney Ortiz,
59.
Held Loop 29,
Mike's Adventure Spark. Chef Roast and Gag.
Bear Truth 01,
Wolf and Snort.
Orphea,
OSP.
6cc,
And thank you to everyone. Back and Jules, gifted memberships.
Super Chats. coming.
And please remember to cook with love and eat with passion.
Hey, Latoria, once you see it, you can't Hey,
Do you see the? I was like, Anthony, look behind CVA. You see that? I said, you see that behind CVA? Look.